Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with another World of Warcraft secret, and today it takes us to the Dungeon of Zul'Aman, one of the most requested secrets that I've ever had, and I will show you how to escape from this place, but it will come at a cost. You'll find out later on. Now, if you have seen videos of people escaping from here, traditionally it normally happens on the left hand side of this staircase, where the first boss is a little bit before there, but it involves some mechanics which not every class may possess. I like to do secrets that any class can do, just using either in-game toys and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to head right, go past where the second boss is, which is just there on the left-hand side, but before we progress any further in and alert the scout, no, you want to go over here to this small little tree nestled away. Jump in, turn, and face it, and then jump up and press back. And what you'll find is you'll land on an invisible step. Repeat it again, turn to the wall, and then jump to the top of the wall. However, you will not be able to progress any further because there is an invisible wall. So this is where we get our Dark Moon seesaw out, jump onto it, and then click ourselves off, and that will take us to the opposite side of this invisible barrier. So congratulations, you have now escaped, technically, from Zul'Aman. Yes, that's really all that you need to do. It's quite a simple process. If you went in the other direction, it gets rather complicated. So, what do we see? We see trees, we see grass, we see hills and foliage and all that kind of stuff. Now, if I was to start to move around, you notice that we've got pretty good freedom of motion here, but if I try and get back into the dungeon, then I find that it's been blocked off by a bunch of invisible walls. So with that said, I'm going to do a 180, because that's what I like to do in these videos, both physically and metaphorically, and head in the other direction to this massive tree that we can see in front of us. Now, if I was to go straight across the grass, which I'll demonstrate now, we're going to run into some more invisible walls. Unless you hug the hillside and then follow it round on the path which isn't affected by grass, and then hug the left-hand side of the tree also, you can push past them. You won't get any resistance from them whatsoever. And now we're going to head off in this sort of northerly direction, at least in terms of where we exited from the dungeon itself, to a very familiar sight with these type of videos. Yes, the edge of the world. But this time, I mean, even if I jumped down, I would go kaplat. But this time, instead of just going into the void, there is ground below. So if I was to leap off, and of course, use Goblin Gliders. Goblin Glider, the choice of Azeroth. If I was to use a Goblin Glider, then I can allow myself to drift down ever so slowly, but more importantly, safety, because Goblin Gliders, they're the choice of Azeroth. Now, once outside, I can mount back up. And look, this is a very weird situation because we have the cutout part of the world, which we're kind of used to by now when we see these type of vids. But we have two massive trees that are just there in it. Nothing else. You know, a little bush. Which is all you need, really. You know, don't want a bush overgrown and out of control. It's just not nice. It's pretty nasty. So a nice little trim bush back there, and then two whopping great big trees. And when they do this type of thing, look, you see, you can just see a little bit of Zul'Aman. So possibly, if you were in that part of the dungeon, then you might just be able to see a little bit out and see the treetops to give that illusion. Remember, when you're going outside a dungeon, it's all about smoke and mirrors. It's all about illusion. It's all about giving that aesthetic look that if you were to get out, then things would be as they are in the real world. But I now have got to flip the video once again, because you know what I said about doing it this way and just getting out of Zul'Aman comes with a cost? Well, here's the cost. You see, there ain't anything here, folks. There really isn't. And it's really odd because when we do these type of videos, we normally come across some really cool little things or just little nuances which we can really kind of get our teeth into. But with this one, no. it doesn't matter where you go, and because this is rather a large dungeon and takes a while to traverse if we're going to go in a whole 360 around the place, all we get is just hillsides and grass and cut off parts of the world. I mean, there's even, and I'm really sorry to say this, there's even really difficult places for RPGs to make anything of. There's nothing really that you can improvise out of here to utilize for your playtime. So when I usually come in as a little bit of a, oh, RPG is whispering me, thank you so much. RPG is sending me messages, thank you so much. RPGs are kind of going to send me a message today and go like, shit. So there's nothing really here for anybody to do. Just when you think that something could get a wee bit cool, just when you think there's a nook and a cranny for you to go down and explore, it always seems to either just come to the edge of the outside of the dungeon or just go round in circles and just seeing the outside. So although we can see the broken stairway of the entrance and we can kind of show all that, it's nothing really too exciting. It's just, of course, how they've placed together the entranceway for the dungeon's sake. So, yes, we can escape from Zul'Aman, folks, but it does come at a cost. And that cost is nothing to see here. Move on, everybody. Nothing to see here. But I suppose all the fun, well, at least for me anyway, is just getting out. So there we go, Escape from Zul'Aman, another World of Warcraft secret solved, and I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.